city. I've been living in Toronto since I was 12 years old. I think that for me, the true beauty that I see every day is the diversity within the city, in terms of culture, in terms of people.
The amount of festivals that we have that celebrate this kind of diversity, music festivals and art festivals, and for me this really kind of tends to embody a lot of the beauty of the city of Toronto. So Recipe for Community, it's a partnership project with the City of Toronto and the Toronto Community Foundation, and really focusing each year on a different neighborhood. And for the past year we've been in West and Mount Dennis and working really closely to identify really kind of 4 key ingredients for a Recipe for Community. The first ingredient is really looking at community engagement and capacity building of residents in the neighborhood. So whether it's a focus on employable skills or building their soft skills around communication and networking. And then the second ingredient we have is around community gathering. So focusing on events and festivals or opportunities that bring people together. So it's a whole focus on improving the social cohesion of different groups or individuals in the neighborhood. The third ingredient is looking at food. And so we talk a lot about all different kinds of food-related activities like nutrition programs, cooking programs, community garden programs that can help people understand better their relationship with food, and even the foods that relate best for people's different cultural groups or tastes.
I think my favorite food to eat is saltfish and banana. My grandma, she's from Jamaica, and every time like I'm with her, we have like a dinner, and like I always ask for saltfish and banana because that's like my favorite, and that's her favorite to cook. And it's sort of like a family tradition to like make saltfish and banana.
The Recipe for Community recipe book means to me that the community will have a chance to make history in its use of recipes that have been practiced for generations by newcomer Canadians, old Canadians, and Canadians from various walks of life. It is a way for community to come together and gather. It's a way for youth to learn from the old. It's a way to build the capacity of how we look at nutrition, food, community engagement, and community beautification. Because through preparing food, we learn different ways to make our foods seem appealing, desirable, and beautiful to others.
The diversity of Western Mount Dennis is represented at my dinner table because my grandmother is very open on what she makes. Like, it's not only her type of food, because she also goes out and she sees different types of food and different restaurants, and she tries to put it all together and make her own thing, or like with of course our roots in it as well, like what we're used to eating. So she's very open, and also my mother, we're all very open on what we eat.
The last one is beautification, and beautification is really looking at how do we take the outdoor spaces and transform them to really help some of those other ingredients like community gathering or food production. And so looking at how we can transform these outdoor spaces to be more beneficial for people, in the years to come.
Skateboarding to me, basically, skateboarding is my life. Like, it talked to me. Like, I loved it so much the second I stood on the board. Yeah. Now that I'm getting better, it feels so good because like you get to chill with all your homies, just like out there with all your buds.
School, they call me the skater boy, but I mean, they're also like kind of impressed because I can do stuff that they couldn't.
Yeah.
But I also got to meet new people, and some people are almost pro. So it's just about meeting people too. So.
It's just like an amazing area. People are all nice. There's always guys here playing basketball, always commenting on the kids doing tricks. There's always a bunch of like people, like say old people just walking around, always watching, clapping when someone lands a trick.
Okay.
Like kids around here, they're good. It's just good around this area now.
I think that for us, Recipe for Community, for the community meant that they had access to a quick start kind of funding that is not available through traditional funding pots, where they could come for things as small as a community cleanup to buy garbage bags and gloves and that to walk around the community, because that's something that they wanted to do, and this money was available for them to come to get together and to do that.
One of the things that Recipe for Community does is offer opportunities for youth to be involved in various capacities where they learn history about the Western Mount Dennis area, as well as to be a part of creating history, because the Recipe for Community cookbook is a way that 25 years from now, those same youth who get involved, all the youth that get involved with urban arts, can look back and say, okay, these are some of the foods that we used to celebrate our 25th anniversary or whatever it may be. Your Recipe for Community inspires youth to take part in their community and to be curious about ways that they can build history for their community.
Looks good.